You know, one of the biggest fears I hear from people once they hit their 60s isn't about wrinkles or gray hair. It's about losing independence. That moment when you realize simple things, getting up from a chair, climbing the stairs, carrying groceries, start to feel harder than they used to. And if you're watching this, maybe you've had that thought too. You might be thinking, I don't want to depend on anyone. I want to keep living my life on my own terms. Well, here's the truth. Aging doesn't have to mean slowing down. It's not about turning back the clock. It's about keeping your body strong, mobile, and capable so that when you hit 70, 80, or even 90, you're still moving with confidence. And today, I'm going to walk you through 7 powerful anti-aging exercises designed specifically to help you stay independent well past 70. These aren't just random movements. They're scientifically backed, functional exercises that target the muscles and joints you use every single day. And here's the best part. You don't need a gym, fancy machines, or even a ton of time. Just your body, a bit of space, and a commitment to take charge of your health. But before we dive in, let me ask you something. When was the last time you really thought about how you move? I'm not talking about workouts or exercise routines. I mean how you get up out of bed, how you reach for something on a high shelf, or how you bend to tie your shoes. The way you move every day tells the story of how your body is aging. The more intentional you are about maintaining your strength, balance, and flexibility, the more control you have over that story. So, let's take that control back, starting right now. All right, let's begin with the first anti-aging exercise, and honestly, it's one of the most underrated ones out there. The sit to stand. Now I know what you're thinking. How is sitting and standing an exercise? But here's the thing. The ability to get up from a chair without using your hands is a key indicator of longevity. Studies have shown that people who can do this simple move are more likely to live longer and stay independent. So here's how we're going to do it. Find a sturdy chair, sit down, cross your arms over your chest, and stand up slowly. Then lower yourself back down with control. Try not to plop into the chair. This strengthens your legs, glutes, and core. The same muscles that help you get up from couches, toilets, and cars. Aim for 10 slow reps. And remember, it's not a race. Focus on form and control. Now, as you're doing this, I want you to think about something. Every rep you do is like an investment in your future self. Picture yourself at 75 or 80, still able to get up effortlessly, move around the house, and stay active with your grandkids or your friends. That's the payoff. And that's why this movement is so powerful. All right, once you've got that one down, let's move on to number 2, the step back balance reach. Balance is something we take for granted until we start to lose it. Falls are one of the biggest causes of loss of independence after 70. But the good news is, balance is something you can train. For this one, stand tall with your feet hip-width apart. Step 1 foot back slowly, keeping your weight on the front leg, and lightly tap the floor with your back toes. As you do, reach your opposite arm forward. Feel your core engage as you stabilize. Then step back to your starting position. Alternate sides for about 10 reps each. This might seem simple, but it's training your body to coordinate balance, strength, and mobility all at once. And that's exactly what keeps you from losing stability in real life. If it feels wobbly at first, that's okay. That wobble is your brain and muscles reconnecting, relearning how to work together. Keep practicing. Every day you'll notice you're steadier, more confident on your feet. Now, let's talk about number 3, the wall push-up. Don't roll your eyes at this one. It's not just for beginners. It's for anyone who wants to keep upper body strength without putting too much stress on the joints. Here's how you do it. Stand facing a wall. Place your hands flat against it at shoulder height. Walk your feet back a little so your body forms a straight line. Then lower your chest toward the wall and push back out. It's just like a regular push-up, but way more joint-friendly. What's amazing about wall push-ups is they strengthen your chest, arms, and shoulders, which are essential for things like pushing open doors, lifting objects, or catching yourself if you trip. Plus, as you get stronger, you can increase the challenge by stepping your feet further back or doing them on a countertop instead of a wall. The goal isn't to build a bodybuilder chest, it's to build real-world strength that keeps you independent. Now let's move on to one of my favorites. Exercise number 4, the standing hip circle. If you've ever noticed stiffness when walking, getting out of bed, or turning around quickly, this one's for you. Your hips are the powerhouse of your movement. When they tighten up, everything else, from your lower back to your knees, starts to feel it. To do this, stand tall, hold onto a chair or counter for balance, and lift one leg slightly off the floor. Now draw gentle circles with your knee. 5 circles in one direction, then 5 in the other. Switch legs and repeat. You'll feel it loosening your hips and improving your range of motion. Over time, this simple movement helps you walk with a smoother, more youthful stride. Think of it as WD-40 for your joints. Now, before we get to the 5th exercise, I want to share something that a lot of people don't realize. When we talk about anti-aging, it's not just about muscles or joints, it's also about your nervous system. The way your body moves, reacts, and stabilizes is controlled by that system. So, every time you challenge your balance or coordination, you're not just working muscles, you're literally keeping your brain younger. That's why movement is such powerful medicine. All right, number 5, heel-to-toe walk. This one trains your balance and coordination, and it's incredibly effective. Imagine you're walking on a tightrope. Place one foot directly in front of the other so your heel touches the toes of your front foot each time you step. Keep your eyes focused straight ahead and your arms slightly out for balance. Take 10 to 20 slow, controlled steps forward. If you need to, do it next to a wall or countertop for support. You'll probably notice it's trickier than it sounds, especially if your balance has slipped a bit over the years. But with practice, you'll start to feel that sense of control coming back. And here's the cool part. This one translates directly to your daily life. Every time you step off a curb, walk on uneven ground, or navigate a crowded space, your brain remembers this movement and helps keep you steady. That's independence in action. Let's move on to number 6, one that I think everyone over 60 should be doing regularly, the standing row. For this, grab a resistance band or even 2 light dumbbells if you have them. If you're using a band, anchor it around a sturdy object at chest height. Stand tall, hold the band handles, and pull your elbows straight back, squeezing your shoulder blades together, then slowly release. If you're using dumbbells, hinge slightly forward at your hips and perform the same rowing motion. This strengthens your back, shoulders, and arms, the muscles that help you maintain good posture and keep your upper body strong. Think about all the times you've had to lift something, reach overhead, or even just sit upright for long periods. That's your back at work. Strengthening it doesn't just make you look taller and more confident. It literally prevents that hunched, frail posture that often comes with age. And when your posture improves, so does your breathing, your energy, and even your mood. And now we've made it to number 7, the bridge, one of the best anti-aging exercises for your lower body, core, and hips. Lie on your back with your knees bent and your feet flat on the floor, hip-width apart. Press your heels down, squeeze your glutes, and lift your hips up toward the ceiling. Hold for a few seconds, then lower slowly. This move strengthens your glutes, hamstrings, and lower back, the foundation of your strength and stability. Why is this so important? Because your glutes are your power center. They help you walk, climb stairs, and stand up. Weak glutes lead to poor balance, back pain, and a higher risk of falls. But when you keep them strong, your whole body works better. And the best part, you can do this anywhere. In bed, on the floor, even while watching TV. Now, I know what you might be thinking. That's great, but how often should I do these? The answer, consistency is key. Aim for at least 3 days a week, and if you can, sprinkle small movements throughout your day. Remember, your body loves movement. It doesn't need an hour-long gym session. It just needs to move regularly. Even 10 minutes a day makes a difference. Here's what I want you to understand. Aging doesn't happen overnight. It's a gradual process, and that means you can influence it every single day. When you move intentionally, you're telling your body, hey, I still need you strong. I still need you mobile. And your body responds. It adapts. It gets stronger. Now let's take a step back for a second and think about why this really matters. Because this isn't just about exercise, it's about freedom. It's about being able to travel, play with your grandkids, go for walks, and live life on your terms without limitations. It's about waking up each morning knowing your body will support you. I've worked with so many people in their 60s, 70s, even 80s who started just like you, maybe a little nervous, maybe feeling stiff, maybe doubting if it was too late. But you know what happened? They started small, one day at a time, one exercise at a time. Hey.